Album Review, the podcast where four totally unqualified guys review a different album every week in the hope of broadening our knowledge of music. However, we are easily swayed off topic and have no real idea what we are talking about. Today's album is ACDC, Back in Black. I chose this album, and it's just, what does it say about ACDC? They're very unique. I feel like...
No, they're not.
Well, not I've heard. Nobody has a sound like ACDC because they've polarized that tone. But it seems to be a tone that's easily recreated by the fact that over the years I've had 3 different people sing for ACDC. So it's obviously a very recreatable sound. The backing is very simple. And definitely when you go through their back catalogue of all their music, it's very much a case of very little changes between the songs. Sometimes that little tweak makes it great. Sometimes that little tweak makes it shit. And that's kind of where they sit.
I would immediately disagree with the first thing that you said, that they're unique. I would feel like Guns N' Roses have a very similar vibe.
Definitely not.
I would say.
But I would say that's
voice
just
as well.
Old style rock.
That's what I mean. It is just like they were just kind of defining rock and roll at the time almost. And
yeah, but in terms of vocally, I don't think anyone sounds like them. No, because I feel like the second anyone tries to sound like them, they're just copying AC/DC.
Again, I feel like a prime example of that is the Guns N' Roses singer. I feel like they both go for that kind of high nasally type of thing, you know.
But I feel like because Axl Rose did cover for AC/DC,
yeah,
but he sang it like how AC/DC songs are sung. He didn't sing it he didn't sing AC/DC songs like Guns N' Roses.
No.
Whoa.
It's an easily recreatable sound because the backing is so simple. It's often just a simple guitar riff and simple drums, and then occasional cool breakdown sounds. And because that simplicity sometimes means, very fine margins between their great songs and their shit songs. I feel like not in terms of their great songs are only a little bit better than their shit songs. I just mean they'll only tweak a few little bits and they'll be that's made that song great, but then they'll tweak a few bits another way and suddenly it's shit. There's not a huge variation within their own music.
I would argue because of that, personally, none of it's that shit because it's all too... Nothing ever strays too far from the other thing.
I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of thing.
It
works for them.
I still find it kind of incredible that even when you listen to their latest album, after 45 years...
They're still making the same music.
Yeah, it still sounds so AC. He doesn't they haven't changed up their sound. It still sounds the same.
Good for them.
They've still kept true to their style.
It's kept true to their style, but it's not as good.
Gotta respect it. Gotta respect it.
What do you mean? It just sounds the same.
But this is the ultimate affinity of, because their songs are so simple, they just pumped them out. I mean, especially in the early days, fucking hell's reading, Back in Black, this album was their fucking 7th or 8th album.
You gotta love it.
They made so many albums.
They just released an album a year.
What?
Yeah, in the early days.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you just said...
That's what most artists do now, really.
Year.
No, nowadays it's usually 2 to 4 years. I feel
No, it depends on
I feel
artists.
Nowadays.
Nowadays.
I don't know what's up with my
made the
words
money.
today.
They can just chill. They can just do what the fuck they want now. You know, they're still going to make
I'd argue it just takes them a little bit
money out of
longer.
Back in Black.
It probably just takes them a little longer to get off the toilet nowadays.
Brian Johnson's 74 now.
That's what I'm saying. They've probably got that, when they have that handle next to the toilet seat.
Yeah, they're disabled.
The fact that they're still going at that age, though, is so fucking respectable, I think.
Why is it?
Well, because, if I got to 74, I'd be I'm done. I'm retiring. I'm making my money. I'm rich. I'm
the
off.
band was actually made by the 2 Young brothers, obviously. And that was Angus Young and is it Malcolm Young?
I thought you just meant they were 12.
No. Oh, he does dress as a schoolboy, doesn't he? So
what I find interesting then, because obviously they've had
I was talking, Joe.
Sorry, he was talking.
Malcolm Young's no longer with
Joe,
us.
carry on.
I was talking, Will.
When Malcolm Young died. I'm talking about someone who died here. Malcolm Young died, so...
Probably a pussy, then.
Malcolm Young died only 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Shit, that's not a long time
too
ago.
Soon.
Too soon. How old was he?
I'm still not over it.
He was 64.
Right.
Too soon.
Too soon. He died
He's
so
He's
young.
quite young to die. Like, that's a young
How
age.
did he die?
I think he had a stroke.
I was going to say he stopped performing in 2014 for health reasons. And then just took a massive amount of cocaine.
Probably. Like, why not? You know?
No, I think he was just ill.
I think he was the bassist.
No, so he wasn't really that
Nothing of
relevant.
importance.
No. Nothing of importance was lost.
Well, obviously, also with ACDC, like how they lost their original lead singer.
Wait, did he
And then
die?
this is
Yeah, he died.
the original lead singer died, and this is Brian Johnson's first album, which is what their album that took them to like fucking household
So wait,
name.
is Brian
What's in-
Johnson is he still the guy, or is it someone else now?
Brian
Yeah,
Johnson. Well, he left for a little bit,
Yeah.
and Axl Rose replaced him on tour,
Right.
but then he's back again now.
Yeah, I didn't know they had so many different singers.
Well, the first singer
You know.
died in a... He was in a car crash, and he actually...
Yeah.
But he didn't die from the car crash. He was really drunk and threw up in his own sick in the car crash, and actually, like... I don't know if you class it as drowned.
He drowned on his own vomit.
What a rock legend way to go!
Yeah, like,
it's like bikers all choose to go by driving into trucks. It's just like this, like that's the rock and roll way.
So
It's like, I had a car crash. That isn't what killed me. Me drinking so much is what killed me.
What a hero!
I can't remember his name now, but I think they're
It's
all...
Don Scott.
So who was
Don Scott?
Wait,
They're
hold
all
on.
Australian, but
What?
Brian Johnson's actually Scottish.
They're
Yeah.
Australian.
Geordie.
I didn't
Huh?
know that. I thought they
It's
were American.
Geordie.
I didn't know they were Australian.
It's Scottish.
Scottish.
Geordie.
Geordie.
Geordie? What,
Geordie.
from Essex?
It's kind of weird when you hear him in interviews and stuff. He sounds fucking mental.
There's research happening.
Yeah, he's from Newcastle.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Will?
No, hang on, wait, maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Newcastle.
No, he was in a
Scotland.
band called Geordie in Newcastle.
Will, for fuck's sake.
He's from
No,
County
Will's
Durham.
right.
No,
Wait.
So he's still not Scottish,
The
but
plot
he's also
thickens.
hang on.
was in a band because he does have like a Geordie tone.
See, if no one's right here, can I be right?
You're always right, Aidan. You can be right as much as you want.
Thanks, Joe. I'm
No
glad that
worries.
you're finally accepting that
No worries.
instead of trying
Just
to
as long
prove
as you
me
accept
wrong.
when I'm right, which is all
That's
the time
never,
as well.
literally never,
All the time as well.
never happened. Not once.
Not once.
But me, this is thrilling.
Sorry.
So exciting.
Come on.
It says nowhere that he's Scottish,
So he's
Yeah.
not Scottish,
Why
but he's
did I
also
think
not
that?
Geordie.
No.
but he does speak like a Geordie. And it was in a band called Geordie.
His mum was Italian.
What a coincidence.
Italiano. So yeah, where was I going with this? The songs felt quite a few longer songs, but I feel like that was more of a thing at the time. Like it was more common that a song was like near 5 minutes back then.
Whereas this time of age, I don't feel like a song of that length, especially with like the repetitiveness of these songs, is enough to hold your attention, you know, for the whole song.
It's usually, the song starts off and it's usually got some basic guitar riff, basic drums, and then maybe every so often they spice it up.
Yeah.
Sometimes that basic riff is like amazing and it's like, oh, just keep that going. Sometimes it's just like I feel like with all their songs, if you're not interested in the first 20, 30 seconds, you're not going to be interested for the rest of the song.
Yeah. And a lot of the time as well, the intros were like a minute and a half long before
they're
any
long
vocals
fucking
came
intros.
in.
Yeah.
That was just a thing at the time, though, wasn't it? I think as
It
well.
was, yeah. It was more. I think it was more of a live thing.
Yeah, it's like a
Like,
hype the crowd thing with all the instruments coming in before the guy ruins it.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny to say that because, like,
Oh,
I know how I love the 1975.
oh no.
And just bring them into any possible album review is always a benefit. But they have a similar thing, like some of their songs, they have radio versions and then the actual album versions, where like the radio version cuts out the like minute intro before he starts singing.
Maybe they should have a radio version just of the entire album, so then you can cut out like a load of the chod in a lot of the 1975 albums, and just leave the songs. Because you say that it's all about the live experience.
Yeah,
so they should have like a live experience version of the album, and then like an album that normal people would listen to.
Listen to,
like
yeah.
the fun album.
But again,
the actual good side of it, yes.
People of that time though didn't like. I'm assuming so. I'm assuming they didn't mind like the long intros back in the day. You know.
Yeah, because I feel like you put it on your record player and you just listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So you didn't need it to like kick off straight away.
Everything wasn't as in demand as it was now.
I don't know how. It's weird to look back, right? Like I don't know how they did it because I was listening to because I do have a record player with vinyls, but I more just collect the vinyls for like
sake of owning the vinyls.
Yeah, but I actually was listening to them the other day, and like fucking playing 4 songs, then having to get up and flip it over and get a new one out. It's a bit of a pain because you think, especially because they're more modern. They're not like old vinyls. They're modern artists where they obviously have shorter songs. So, like, you only get about probably 12 to 15 minutes of music. Not 10 to 12 minutes. And then you've got to get up and switch it over.
Madness. Absolute madness.
And especially if a song has, like, a long, quiet intro, you're not sure if it's finished or there's just a long silence beforehand. I will say, though, as well as this, the being the third highest selling artist of all time, ACDC, which is quite incredible, really. But I never really looked forward to listening to this album. Maybe because it was just you really know what you're getting. Like it's not like I'm
really big into the lip smacking right now, Denver. I'm a fan.
Yeah, you've chomped this whole time.
Like you're really into it.
Now you've pointed it out.
Oh no.
I can't.
I don't know.
Between every sentence is like
he's just like, this album. What do I think?
Oh no. I think maybe because my mouth's like wet. I don't know.
Maybe because my mouth like wet.
I don't know.
Can we have another chomp in
I'm
there?
not really noticing it.
I'm sorry.
So maybe I'll just be further from the because I can't cut that. I can't be cutting.
You can't be cutting every
Sometimes
lip
they've been
smack.
so prominent that you might think it was a clap, to be honest.
Oh shit!
I see the video up to me go.
Every time Denver smacks his lip, album review starts again.
And then the beam.
Album review.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth open the whole time now.
That just sounds like you're being racist. I beg album review, huh?
So I never really looked forward to listening to it because I kind of knew what I was getting, and it never any new fuck. I don't know what the word is. Here.
He's fucked it because he can't tick.
I
No,
can't
it's
do
like
it.
he's lost all his smoothness.
I'm
He's
just thinking so hard about
he's
not
trembling.
slapping my
His nails are dug into his legs right now. He's like must so I can speak. It's like when footballers go like in an interview.
Like, yeah, so kick the ball for 9 minutes.
Or like Boris Johnson also does that. I fucked up the country. I fucking ruined everything.
I've fucked it.
I feel like AC/DC have that thing that a lot of old bands have of just, if you listen to a greatest hits album of theirs, it's amazing. But if you find looking through other albums, there's so many albums that there was usually one noticeable song or two on the album, and that was it. Yeah. So when you listen to a modern day greatest hits, you're like, oh, AC/DC, what a band. When you actually listen to their albums, you're like, yeah, there was kind of just a lot of okay.
They've had to make like 15 albums and get one in each album type of thing.
Yeah.
You might say it's like digging for gold in a coal mine. Did it? There you go.
Did you?
It's an old reference.
I wouldn't say it's a good analogy though.
It is.
Least favourite.
He did it again.
I did that one on purpose, to be fair.
Good.
Oh,
Thank God.
I'm sure you
I
did.
wanted to see if
Thank
you
God. We did.
We
did.
Least favourite, Giving a Dog a Bone, just because as well as the repetitive backing, that one actually had repetitive lyrics.
And not only that, Denver hates nursery rhymes.
And I hate nursery rhymes
And dogs.
and dogs
And bones.
Why nursery rhymes? Is it a nursery rhyme?
Knick knack paddywhack.
Give the dog a bone.
Why is that said?
Yes.
What have you?
Oh, I just realised I put giving the bog a bone in my text.
That's one for the someone that audio clip that.
Giving the toilet or giving the bog a bone.
I fucked my toilet.
I don't think you realise what you're saying here, Deborah.
I know what I'm saying. I'm just gonna move on from that. Like,
Are you all right, mate? Like,
No,
what's going on this morning? You're all over the place.
I'm just very cold, Will, and it's making my lips smacky
And wet.
and so wet. I feel like they're drying out from the cold, and I have to constantly lubricate them with my
Right.
tongue.
Real moist lips.
Oh my god, why has this got so gross all of a sudden?
You have real moist lips over there. Come on, let's go fuck the toilet together.
This might be the longest Denver review we've ever had.
Yeah, come on,
Well, it's
Denver.
always the first. Whoever speaks first is always longer.
What's your second favourite?
My third favourite is the only one that I didn't know that I thought was good, and that was "You Shook Me All Night Long." I thought it had a nice vocal hook. I think there's definitely a mid part of the album which is not good, and Back in Black and then "You Shook Me All Night Long" kind of brought that back up. I thought it had a really nice vocal hook, but other than that, everything else was kind of the same as other songs, although that had just a little bit something different to it, I felt. And yes, it was repetitive, but it was a good repetitive, unlike Giving a Dog a Bone. It was a bad repetitive. Second favourite, Shoot to Thrill. It's a classic. It's fast-paced, still sounds great, and it's like it has like a driving force song.
That makes sense why you would pick that as your favourite.
Well, second favourite.
Second favourite, yeah.
Nice, great statement there.
No, yeah, thank you. Just thought I'd fucking add something.
And number one has to be Back in Black. It's a fantastic song. And I think a testament to this is, and I was told Will this previously, Back in Black has been my alarm and ringtone for the last 8 years.
Oh my god.
Why?
And I still don't think... I'm still like, oh, I'm so tired of this song. I still think it's great.
That's weird because I fucking already hate my alarm on my phone, and it's not even a real song.
Well, what is your alarm?
I can hang on, let me check it. You
Yeah,
guys
no
keep
worries.
talking. I'll have a look.
It never gets old. It's iconic. Like, the second that starts, you're like, oh, so badass. So cool. I love
get
it.
you. I feel you. You feel like you're a Nam.
It's like, bam, bam.
I don't know. Personally, I
I've
feel
heard
like
that.
I don't feel like I'm in Nam. Personally, I feel like a 45-year-old dad who's got no hair left because he used to headbang to this, and they've got a beer in their hand and they think they're mega cool with
Is
their
this your dad?
aviators
That's
in
all.
the
That's all ACDC
in the
is.
local village hall,
It's your
having
dad.
a great time. It's my dad. It's my dad.
I have
That's all
Bulletin.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Bulletin is my
Right.
wake up sound.
That's
It's
kind of
that
like,
one.
Oh, that's it.
Mine is now.
You hear that?
Kind
I
of.
can hear a bit of it,
It's
yeah.
that, it just repeats that for like however long I don't hear it for.
Do you want
I
to hear
picked
mine?
I just
I
start to
picked
hear
it
more of
because
Back
it
in
was
Black.
like most vibratey because that's what wakes me up, not the sound.
I have to have mine like max volume or else I don't wake up, and this
Yeah.
is what it is.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah, imagine sleeping with that in a fucking hotel room. It's the fucking worst.
Oh, imagine
It's
having
like
to
the
listen to
air
fucking
reading.
Hat Films at full fucking volume when you're trying to actually sleep.
Imagine having marinara sauce on your bed sheets because you really bought a pizza. Joe.
Again, is this fake? Like, what is this laugh? That cannot be real.
Why do you keep
anyway.
switching it up?
Yeah, I was going to say that's kind of all AC/DC is, though, isn't it, Will? Like, just bold, goatee, beer, biker jacket, you know.
Literally.
Beats wife.
Did you say bald or bold?
Bold.
You know, be both.
Did you say bold wrong?
Bold.
No, I said bold.
No, you can't say bold wrong. Like
Well, it sounds like Joe's saying it wrong.
No, because both is just this. They're both like you can say bold either way.
Know, we have
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, Will.
It's just accent.
One is an O, one is an A.
Will, we have different accents. Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. Why? It's not me that's arguing. I'm arguing for you here, Joe.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
I meant Denver.
Will.
Denver. We have different accents.
You go, I'm bold.
I'm from Yorkshire.
Yeah.
Say it different.
Nah, that's wrong.
No, it's not wrong.
may
It's
as well have just said,
it's
"I'm
just
from
different
Yorkshire."
pronunciation.
If you
I'm
say
gone.
I'm bold, that makes me think, oh, you're like courageous. And
What?
Oh god.
if you say I'm bald, I think you have no hair.
Right, it's just the accent and how you say things, right? It's just.
And it's all in context as well.
Okay, differentiate the two. How would you say bald or bold?
I said bold.
So you just say both the same. So you accept
Yeah.
that you're saying it wrong.
I know, except that I say both the same way, but it's like the context. So if I said, "Oh yeah, my hairstyle is bold," I won't go, "Oh, that means I'm
that
super
doesn't-
I
brave."
argue that's not a hairstyle.
Yeah.
All right, fucking hell, you're making it hard on me here, guys.
Well, it's
All
just
right.
No, I'm all for it.
the
Joe.
problem is
I accept accents and saying things differently, but you're
Yeah.
just not saying it differently. You're just saying the same word for two different things.
No, it's not.
Well, you can... fine.
I mean,
Can you say the word bald?
Bold.
No, bold.
Bold.
Yeah, you can say it.
And then now,
I do
Yeah, because it's like he's
You just
replicating you,
choose to
not
say
because
it.
he's like thinking.
bold. Bold.
That's just like
Ah.
that's
Yeah,
just,
you see, you can do
I
it.
see the difference now. I see the difference.
he's
Yeah,
learned
but
the error
that's-
of his ways.
there's no error there. Like
There
that's
is
just
an
how
error,
some
yeah.
people say it.
No, I agree. I agree with Deborah Aidan now.
I don't agree
I
at
was
all.
saying it wrong.
There we go.
I think
See,
you're wrong.
This is a weird situation now where Joe has accepted our ways, but Will's still in denial, despite the fact that Will says it the correct way
Well,
anyway.
you know you're
I do
wrong.
say it the correct
Come
way,
on.
but I know that like
The fact that you even
we
acknowledged
got
it
him.
was the
We got
correct
him. It's
way.
correct.
Come on,
No.
Will.
It's a bit like people from Hull can't pronounce H.
H's.
I'm from
Yeah.
Hull. I can pronounce.
yeah, but you
H.
don't tell them that they say it wrong.
Well,
I'm
you
from.
do.
I'm
Well,
from.
I do.
Hey, I'm from Hull, and I can
yeah, but
pronounce
that's
my
accent.
H's.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah, but you
because
don't
you've
really live
lived. You've lived in a place where people do say H's properly.
I'm not
Just
yellow
not
belly.
bald.
It's like a regional accent kind of thing.
It's like
But you
going
learn.
grass. You're like, there's no
Like-
arse in grass.
Like
that's
bottle
you're saying it
of-
wrong. It's
like
like, no, that's
bottle of
just
water.
accent.
There's no,
No, but-
there's
no,
no,
that's
R
not
in
accent.
Bath.
Yes, it is.
Because they still because grass doesn't have there's not another word like grass. They're saying grass or grass. They're not by saying grass. They're not saying another word.
Do you reckon Joe
Yeah, but
says
they can also
gross
say
and
garage
They
and
don't,
irrelevant.
pronounce,
garage.
they don't pronounce grass like ass, and then you go, no, ass is something else. Like whereas
What?
Joe was actually just pronouncing another word.
Now you're confusing me. You're saying something about ass and grass.
No. My example was that Will saying some people say grass, some people say grass. I would say yes, that is an accent thing because grass still isn't something else.
yes,
it
but
still just means grass.
but bold and bold are so close that like it doesn't take a lot for them to sound different.
No, but they are two different
So-
things.
Yes, they're two different words.
I mean,
but they can still be said the same.
Right, hold up. By taking the same vowels, does Joe say grass as gross?
Sorry?
Well, Joe, do you?
I say graboob.
Graboob,
He's gonna
that's
go.
interesting.
He's gonna go cut the graboob. That's a lie, Joe.
Just gonna add some other graboob.
Joe. That's a lie. Joe never does.
No, it's that thing, isn't it, where you replace the vowels with oob in like replace every vowel in a word with oob. So like if you did Mace Window, it would be waboob, waboob, wiboob, boob. I don't know.
What?
I'm so confused.
I know what he means because I think mine would be oob doob, doobu dooban,
Dubin, yeah,
doob noob.
yeah. Hold on, what would Mace Windows be? It would be moo boob woo doob. There you go.
No, it'd be moose, moose, coos.
Moose coos deuce doob.
I think I've just had a stroke. Where am I?
So all in all, ACDC are just a classic, simple rock band, but they made themselves a unique sound that is kind of timeless in the way of like it doesn't sound like modern music, but because their sound is unique and simple enough, I think they can get away with still making that sound today. Like, yes, they're not nearly as popular, and most people just know them because the same way I know them, I feel like it's because of Iron Man.
I feel like I'd argue that, like, because when they all go, right, the way that all rockers go choking on their own vomit, I feel like maybe they should just stop. I don't feel like
they've also stood the test of time where a lot of rock bands haven't.
This is what I'm saying. I don't think they should keep making this, please.
I've just had a flick through like the 2020 album, and it is just all the fucking same. Like, it's a bit boring at that point, I think.
This is what I'm saying. I feel like their songs can get boring because it's that same sound, and occasionally they just change up something enough to make it great, but it happens like once an album, if that, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, because I was like flicking through some of their more recent albums, like say the last 5, and I think The Razor's Edge, which was from, well, fucking 31 years ago, was like the last time I saw a song that I recognised. Yeah. And that was Thunderstruck.
You're telling me you don't know War Machine?
No.
Oh, War Machine, was that on a newer one?
He's the other guy from mine.
2008. Right?
Oh, they made that for the film, did they?
No, it was on an album.
No, I'm talking about they named the character.
Oh, yeah, to be fair, I know War Machine. I didn't notice that one.
War Patriot he becomes when they paint his armour in American stripes, which is ironic because he's black.
War Machine is
not. You not know Stiff Upper Lip?
No, I don't.
So are you about to tell me that War Machine's not black?
It's not a good song.
Well, are you saying that black people aren't good songs?
But then when you look at the Iron Man 2 like greatest hits album, I know like all of them.
Whoa.
And that album's great, but it cheats album reviews.
This review is crazy.
Crazy long.
Maybe it's because we've done it super early.
You know, we're just so ready to talk and ready to go.
I'm not ready to go.
That nearly made me throw up.
Are you ready?
So yeah, that's my review.
Awesome.
Longest ever Denver review, I think.
I know, and here comes the 30-minute Will review.
No, you'll just... What usually happens
it's not me
is...
next.
We got a while to
We
go.
usually get to 30 minutes in. We're like, oh, this album is going to be so long. And then we whiz through the rest of it, and it's like 50 minutes.
Yeah, and it's me. My review.
Hey, Will. I mean, Aidan.
Aidan review.
Thank you. So this Aidan today is pretty miserable. He's still fat. He struggled to get out of bed. His phone didn't charge for some reason, so we're lucky that Aidan didn't go up today.
Poor Aidan.
Yeah, shower me with sympathy, please. I mean, Aidan. Shower Aidan with sympathy. He needs it.
What would you class as sympathy? Is like...
He just wants people to talk to him sometimes.
I've got gin. I was just going to throw gin on you.
I don't like
gin. Hold on. I'm so sorry.
Sorry for
Hold on. I'm so sorry.
That you're having to go through a bad time.
I don't understand.
Shut the fuck up, nerd.
You know, I've realised that recently, that I can't show sympathy, even though I am showing sympathy. Like, someone will come in to my shop and they'll be like, I just need to fill in bereavement form. My husband died. And I'll go, oh, that's terrible.
You're going to cry?
You're going to cry about it.
We gonna do?
What, do you want me to fucking sell your phone or something? Fucking hell.
What, you want a 12-month contract? Grieving bitch.
I know.
You're not going to get insurance, you fucking dick.
No, you go the other way. You're like, you know what they would have wanted? A brand new iPhone.
They would want you to have this.
That is just manipulation at that point.
You best take life insurance with that.
Yeah, he would definitely want you to take out cover on this phone.
Take out life insurance! Just in case you go as well.
It was like
never know.
It was like when that person came up and
die
couldn't
of a
remember.
broken heart.
It was like that person who couldn't remember the password on the phone. Or no, sorry, it was their brother's phone, and the brother had died. And they said, is there any way that you can get the password? I said, well, if it's your brother's phone, can't you ask him? And they just told me he was dead. And I was like,
come on, just ask him, idiot.
I was like, can't you just ask your brother? And I was like, no, he's dead.
hold a
Did you not
seance.
ask him before he died?
Should also probably tell you that last time I tried to sell someone phone insurance and they didn't take it, they just died. So,
No, you just be like, their phone broke.
literally.
I've never known anyone not take insurance and their phone survived. And it's actually just Joe just goes around
With a
hunting
hammer.
down the people who didn't buy insurance and breaking their
No,
phone.
not even that. I do it there and then. They say, "Oh, can you set up my phone?" I just grab it and chuck it across the shop floor.
I like the idea that he just pulls out a fucking claw hammer and just like fucking smacks it on the desk.
No,
I told you
have
you
like a
needed
Thor's
insurance.
hammer.
Oh, should have took insurance on that.
You have like a prop Thor's hammer just under the desk. You just whip it out and smash.
Smack!
That's what you get for not taking insurance,
You
bitch.
should have taken insurance.
Now,
Well,
you're
you
not
know
only
what you do
grieving
is-
for your husband, you're also grieving for your phone.
You go out back. You're just like, hold on 1 second. Let me just clarify that transaction. You come back in with one of those like toy like Hulk fists. In your hand. He just starts smashing down.
I like that it's like the ones that used to like speak Hulk as well. Like, you just
foam
like,
ones.
Hulk smash! So you just keep hitting it, so you only get like the
Slamming the
smash bit.
desk.
You only get the
It's just
smack,
like,
smack, smack.
I like the idea that it's like one of those real lightsabers that you can get, and like just before I come out, or you can hear it. Zoom, and then you walk out.
Are you sure you don't want insurance now?
Puts on cloak.
Spent years.
You're imagining it really dramatic, but in reality, it's just like this weird guy with a cloak on and a toy lightsaber.
Fucking nerd who steps out of the darkness.
You even play like the Kylo Ren music like as you come out.
Should have bought insurance.
Traitor! Fucking smash the
You know, like there's that shot of
Yeah, oh my god! Who's your boss, Joe? He just comes out and he's like starts screaming more at you. How dare she not get insurance?
you know there's that iconic shot where like Kylo Ren has his sword up against Rey's like face,
No.
and it's like the lightsaber's like
kinky, bro.
pulsing like next to her.
Oh, even more kinky. Jesus.
No, I
Well, I was
don't.
gonna say that you do that, but like with their phone, you're like, I will cut it, even though it's just a plastic lightsaber.
You're just shoving the phone into the face.
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so Aidan's
Aidan.
review.
Sorry, Aidan, go on.
No, it's fine. I basically just felt like this was a joke album, pretty much. Yeah. For an
A
hour.
joke.
Yeah, it's like a fucking joke.
As in, you find it funny.
Yes, genuinely.
I agree.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I'm so
because of
glad you
the-
said that.
No, yeah, maybe, and they're all that as well.
I
thing is,
love
it's-
that.
If it's not broke, don't fix it, as I just said. Like, so all the riffs are the same, and all the lyrics don't mean anything. And if all old rock and roll music wasn't like this, I would think that this album was just mocking them.
Yes, yeah, I completely agree. I'm so glad you said that.
But it is all kind of like this. But I can't deny it's fun. It's just fun in a stupid way,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
It's-
You know what I mean?
I think we've made this analogy
after-
before. Like you could literally say anything. It's like, went to the shop.
The man tried to sell me insurance!
My car wouldn't stop. Needs more petrol.
I think the song, like, you say the songs are about things. They are about things, but they're the most simple thing ever. Like,
And not only that, they skirt around it so often. It's
Yeah.
really weird.
uh,
Oh god. But yeah, like if you aren't doing anything else, this is a really weird album to listen to. If you're
Yeah.
just sat only listening to it.
hmm.
But if you're doing literally anything else, it's just like it's hype, you know? Like you'll get halfway strutting down the road and you'll realise you didn't even bring your dog with you.
It's just like, oh shit! I wasn't walking myself.
You know? Like but it's kind of it's funny, but it's not good. It's fine. It's just whatever. I think the worst song for me was What You Do for Money.
I love that song. That
Really?
was like, yeah, that actually.
What you do
like,
for
got-
money, honey. I
That
forgot
got
the honey
that's,
part.
that got stuck in my head, like the actual the chorus itself.
My-
I thought it was really fun.
My notes are super short on it, so that one just says
Yeah.
just annoying.
Honey!
And then my third favourite was "Let Me Put My Love Into You," because
God,
it's
I
one of
thought
the
that
only.
you'd find that a bit cringe.
Well, it's one of the only songs that has any form of harmony whatsoever, but it also is super cringe. So the balance has been restored to the Force. Second favourite, "Back in Black." What a meme! What an absolute fucking meme of a song. I didn't hear Denver type. Come on, Denver.
That was your second favourite?
Second favourite. It's
Oh,
not my
no.
Favourite. There's a very good reason why.
Because Shoot to Thrill's amazing.
So yeah, "Back in Black," meme, iconic song. It's funny. It's very funny to mock, and it's also like one of those songs that douchebags with acoustic guitars learn. So yeah, but number one, "Shoot to Thrill." Iron the Man.
Weird. Shoot to Thrill wasn't even like close to my top 3.
Big metal
Shoot to
man.
Thrill! Let it go! Too many women!
But I'd say, like, even without Iron Man, obviously it gives you a bit of a picture, right? But, like, generally it's just the most, like,
Iron the Man.
varied. It's the least repetitive of all the songs, I feel like. It's... I don't know.
Save it for your review, Will. I literally just have the words Iron Man written down.
To be fair, I was going to say it as well.
Iron Man.
Making notes on the songs I felt like was so difficult because so many things you say about one song could literally be said about all of them.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Big metal man, shoot lasers. Yeah, but overall, I aged 40 years and now ignorantly claim that the 80s was a better time for music.
70s.
I mean,
This
this
was
song
80s.
was 1980, Will.
Well, this was the 80s, but, like,
This
technically...
one was 80s, Will.
But because they were born earlier than that,
I think they're classed as a 70s band, is all I'm saying.
Well, it
because
doesn't
they
matter
started
because
making music in the 70s.
yeah, but they weren't
and
good.
they haven't changed.
They weren't good until the 80s, and even then, they weren't good.
I'd argue...
You can argue whatever you want. It's your review. Will.
Have
the
you
old
seen
singer
them
was
live,
better. The old singer was better.
Do you really reckon so?
You
Yeah.
reckon that, but like popularity-wise, they weren't nearly as popular until Brian Johnson took over.
Well, yeah, but a lot of the reason they were popular is because, like, it was huge when the other singer died. So when they came back, that's one of the reasons this album did so
I think yeah,
quite
'cause
well.
It's like, imagine, so the diehard fans of the old style were like, oh, is it going to be any good? And everyone's like, oh, I wonder, because how often does that happen now, right? Like where a lead singer dies and the band literally keeps going as if he never died.
Didn't what are they called? Linkin Park do that?
No, but they're not still making music, are they?
I mean, I
Not
don't think so, but I
properly,
think
no.
they're still performing.
They're still
No, the
performing,
guy,
yeah.
the guy who does it, but he performs under himself now, doesn't he? Does he not? Am I wrong here?
I don't know. I know they did
Yeah,
a
but
thing.
they didn't just replace him.
I know they did
I think
a
they
thing
just
at
performed
Reading.
without him.
They did a
Yeah,
thing
exactly.
at Reading, didn't they? Where
Yeah, but
they
it
all
wasn't. It's
played.
Mike Schnoder or whatever. It's not Linkin Park anymore.
Mike Schneider is.
But like, they literally made an album in 1979. He died, and then they made this album in 1980.
Do you reckon they had all the
They
songs
moved-
lined up already?
No, I saw about this. They like on like the first day, they just like smashed out like 3 songs.
For them. Do you think they also smashed out that album covering the first day? I love how it's
Keep
not
it
even.
simple.
It's not even central. Like, oh god, it hurts.
Keep it simple.
I mean, it'd be better if the actual color of the album itself is like fucking green or some shit.
They definitely had like an art style because if you look at the album, the 3 albums after that, everything else was kind of like random, right? And then they kind of had a theme for like a little bit.
Oh
after
god,
that.
I clicked on their Spotify page and they all look like they could drop dead and choke on their vomit at any moment. Look at them all. God damn. They got so many wrinkles. Between them, I think they have more wrinkles than we have cooked dinners.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
It's like rings on a tree, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Except they've got a lot of fucking rings, so they're pretty old.
It's also
trees.
like, what band or artist made their first album in 1976 and made an album last year?
Hang on, since when
Rolling
the fuck,
Stones?
Since when the fuck was James May in the ACDC on the far left? When did that happen? Wait, and Liam Neeson just just next to
Pretty
it.
sure that's Malcolm Young, actually, I think.
He's
think.
not very young. Can he legally change his name to Malcolm Old?
I don't know, he's probably Malcolm dead now.
Oof.
Oh.
Ugh.
Wait, shit, I didn't know. Rolling Stones was 1964 and made an album last year.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, they must be a million.
Jesus.
They are a million.
Mick Jagger still got the moves.
No, I don't think he does.
Who's that Jagger? He has. He's great.
I like that you're singing a Maroon
Do
5
the Rolling Stones like actually get money from the magazine?
Sorry?
You know the magazine, the Rolling Stone?
Yeah.
Is that like anything to do with the Rolling Stones?
I have no idea. But they use the same symbol as like the
Yeah, it's the same.
like the
thing,
lips. It's lips in it.
It's
Is it lips?
in it.
What's their logo, I think? I can't remember. Should I talk about the album? Are you done, Aidan? Aidan?
Yeah.
What's happening? Is everyone alright?
Yeah, I'm
I
fine.
think I've got COVID.
Aidan, Aidan, you
what?
there?
Yeah,
Oh.
what's up?
I was asking if you were done. Like, what is going on? Is everyone
No,
just
I'm
like
done.
stoned
You know
or
I'm done.
something?
If you listened, you'd know I'm done. I did the
I'm just looking
overall.
up the Rolling Stone, right? And they listed like the 500 greatest artists of all time.
Yeah.
Rolling Stones is just number one.
I love that.
Fuck me, look at them.
We are the best album of all time.
Holy fucking shit, just look at them. God damn. But they look like someone left a leather bag in a drain. Oh my god. The first guy. Oh my fucking god. What? The longer I look, the funnier it gets. Look at the guy on the far right. It's just like someone pulled him out of his care home and he's like, I'm on the walk.
He looks like Palpatine.
Jagger is 77.
Oh god, I'm
We've got less
crying.
monthly listeners than ACDC, though, if you notice.
Oh, because as I said at the beginning, they're the third highest selling artist of all time, so they're gonna have a lot of listeners.
Yeah.
Or according to them, they're the best. But, you know, whatever.
No. ACDC the third
According-
highest. Rolling Stones aren't.
God damn. Goat's Head Soup. That was 2020. That was this year's album by them. Goat's Head Soup. They also have if you look down, not on the first CD, on the second CD of the Rolling Stones, they have a song just called Do 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 Heartbreaker.
It's a good song. I know it well.
What about Scarlet, the War on Drugs remix? And then just below that, Scarlet, The Killers, and Jacques Lejon remix.
Well, they're now DJs, aren't they?
Yeah, good for them.
Rolling Stones.
God, this is.
I really
a
hope
mess.
Denver's
when you scroll
Googling
down,
that, because that's a complete lie.
These albums are just they're so messy. They all have live tacked on or remastered or something.
Oh, okay. So, by the way, I did lie about them being the Rolling Stones being Rolling Stones.
I know. I
artist.
just check fact that.
No,
and
that
you were
was
wrong.
That was funny.
But
But
Also,
it was funny, but I was just googling if there's any association, and no, there isn't. But I'm amazed they both got away with just having that as the title, and that never caused any like legal issues.
Yeah.
One's Rolling Stone, one's Rolling Stones, so, you know, it's different.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
but
Top
if
Gear
we
weren't even
made-
allowed the word gear in them, are they? Like they couldn't have the word gear at all because they wanted to be called Gear Knob.
Yeah. Gear knobs.
That was it. Oh, sorry, an S on the end. Shut up.
Yeah, but like, what is this like? Okay, well, what's like a big band right now?
The Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones.
They're you.
It's like us. If we made a band called the Tumbling Stones, like, I think they would have problems with that.
What if we named a band in 1976?
Nice.
Or we call ourselves the 1975s.
I like it.
Or even better, rip off two with one stone, call ourselves the 1886, and then fucking Winchester will be pissed at us as well.
What about They 1975?
I don't want to bring it back to the Rolling Stones, but I've just scrolled down to their album Honk, and it has 47 songs on it. One of which is featuring Dave Grohl. It's just called Bitch.
What's funny is that's still like, if you put two of those
Greatest
albums
album.
together, they're still probably older than the number.
It's 3 hours 20 minutes. This one album. Can we do this?
Oh my god!
Can we do this?
Right? A lot of them, I think, on a lot of these albums, they've thrown in older songs on there because you see, like, some says like 2009 mixes.
This is just
Surely
so
they've
funny
run out of
to
ideas at that point. Have you seen this one with Ed Sheeran, but you can't listen to it?
Oh, damn.
No.
It's not out yet. The Beast of the Burden. What if I just, like, I've just added it to my liked song?
One day it'll be available.
It's like your Spotify wish list.
Some say that Ed Sheeran is the new Mick Jagger. To be fair, like they've got a lot of similarities.
Yeah, but isn't Mick Jagger known for his moves?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Ed Sheeran is not known for his moves.
Ed Sheeran not known for his moves.
Yeah, exactly. They're spoken about as basically being the same person.
Are you just making that up, or is there a
I don't
joke?
know.
Is
Yes,
there
it's
a
a
joke
complete-
leading to
I don't
this?
know enough about the Rolling Stones.
Yes, this is a
songs to know if
complete
that's a
lie.
joke.
Why the fuck would there be anything similar?
Oh my god, they did Give Me Shelter. I didn't know that was them.
Yeah,
They did Paint It Black.
I don't
You
know what
know,
that song is.
that Vietnam song.
you don't
Oh,
know Paint It
shit.
Black.
I know this song. That is so old.
It's a good song.
Oh yeah, I know all these big ones, to be fair. Give Me Shelter's a great song.
I see them.
Give Me Shelter just reminds me of Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam game.
I remember Nam, bro.
Fucking great game.
So we're nearly 50 minutes in, and
Only half the review's done.
No,
it's Will's turn.
I'm gonna be quick. So,
No need to be quick. No need.
this album was a strange experience. I didn't really want to listen to it, to be honest, purely because I've listened to it so many times when I was younger that it was kind of just like, oh fucking hell, I wish I was listening to something else. That being said, it's very nostalgic for me because I listened to it loads with my dad when I was younger, and my dad is like my dad's favourite band. He fucking loves them. And I don't know whether it holds up or not. Like, do you think it holds up?
I think it does.
To what? To modern music?
Not necessarily to modern music, but like you could still listen to this. Could you listen to? I don't know.
I don't think, unlike some other stuff, I would argue that it doesn't sound old.
Old, yeah. Like the production's actually still pretty good on it.
I think it's simplistic enough that like it doesn't like stick out as there was. I don't like if they were to remake this album now with nowadays technology. I think it would still sound the same.
I agree.
Yeah, to be fair,
because their newer stuff does still sound the same.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like some artists who are almost like limited by the technology of their time. Like, you can kind of see what they've tried to do, and it's not really worked, and it sticks out. Whereas this, I feel like it's
these guys
timeless.
kind of nailed like all their guitar tones, like their style and everything.
What,
Yeah.
all three of their guitar tones, so they just keep
Yeah.
going. And they're just like, we need a new song.
Basically. They just rearrange the same
It
three
always
guitar
seems to
sounds.
start with
the rhythm guitar is pretty much very similar in every song. But the leading line's always different. So
they only ever run into the problem of probably recreating one of their old songs. It's like, hey, didn't we make this song back 40 years ago?
Joe, I swear to God, like, what is this? You do not laugh like this.
I hate
No,
this.
this
I'm
is
going
new
to
this
get
morning.
this pesky wabbit. Oi, 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 oi.
Why do you keep doing it?
No, this is a new one.
I don't think, to be honest, there's any bad songs on the album. Like, it's all very listenable. And I don't think any songs are actually bad. Like, every song that had a weak part in it was also backed up by something else being great on the song. Say if like a vocal was a bit shit, the backing line was usually quite good. So I think it all held up pretty well. There's not much differentiation between it all. But I don't know if it's because I know the album very well, but I could tell the different songs from one or the other. Whereas I think if you listen to this first time, it would probably all seem like a bit too similar, if you know what I mean. Does that make sense? Because they're so... Because the style's pretty much the same all throughout.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. But it was quite nice to go back to and listen to. It's very nostalgic. and again, I don't think there's anything bad about it. The lines are very simple. It's just a very simplistic style in general, but I think it's well put together, not too long, and I liked it. It's nice. Worst for me was actually Let Me Put My Love Into You. Very hard choice because I didn't really want to pick any as my worst because I didn't think any's really that bad. But I think it was just the lead line, and for me was like the weakest in the whole album compared to everything else, and it's just a bit there. Although the harmony in the chorus, Aidan, I do agree, like that's like probably the only redeeming part about it, if I'm honest.
It's one of the only ones that has a harmony.
I know, and it's quite good, but I couldn't get over the lead line just being a bit shitty. Third for me was You Shook Me All Night Long. Great song. It's very catchy, very simple, but it works. Second was Back in Black, just a classic. That's all I can really say about it. But number one was Shoot to Thrill.
Iron Man.
Because Iron Man shoots guns.
Big metal man.
Love you 3000. Yes.
I'm dead.
You Shook Me All Night Long.
Ah.
Second was Back in Black. First was Shoot to Thrill.
Iron Man.
Like I say, I was never sure if I preferred Shoot to Thrill or not, but I think I put Black and Black just because, like I say, it's been my ringtone alarm for 8 years, and I still don't go, oh, I hate this.
I mean, it sounds like Joe's also picked Back and Black as his favourite, so you may as well write that one down.
Yeah. Go on, Joe.
What's your second favourite, Joe?
Second favourite.
Shoot to Thrill.
Patience.
No, he didn't like that one.
Patience, my friend. I'm going to be honest and go right there and say I didn't actually enjoy my time with this album.
Because it was too good. The old switcheroo.
It was interesting to listen to, but at the same time, I just found it really cheesy. You know, just a bit cheesy.
Yeah, like smegma.
A bit, yeah, like smegma. A bit like blue cheese.
Grim.
You know, mouldy blue cheese.
So grim. Just move on, please.
Yeah. I thought it was a bit like what Aidan said. It was a bit funny. I didn't really take any of the songs seriously because they were all just like just ridiculous. But it's good. But like, I just didn't. I just can't see myself listening to anything like this. It just reminds me of what I would call dad rock. You know.
Yeah.
And I don't. Those vibes don't flow in it.
Joe doesn't like dads.
My least favourite was Rock and Roll Noise Pollution, and the reason is because
it is noise pollution.
I'm so sick of hearing save rock and roll songs. You know, it's like, oh yeah, rock and roll's not gonna die. It kind of has. Then again, you could argue that these guys get 20 million monthly listeners on Spotify alone, so maybe not. But
how many do Architects get?
So you do realise that's what metal stemmed from, don't you?
Yeah.
So you've just... I don't know.
Architects get 2 million.
I'd argue metal is noise pollution.
Metalcore is noise pollution.
I think this album's definitely more listenable than some shitty Periphery or something. So
probably to the average listener, yeah, and it is a listenable album.
to the smooth brain common listeners, maybe.
To the
me, Joe Midwood, intellectual. I love this.
To the common peasant,
to the common folk, yes, who only listen to Classic FM on an evening. No,
why on an evening? I'm listening to Classic FM all day, every day.
To be fair, I love Classic FM.
Oh,
it's fucking the best radio station ever.
I'll tell you what's the best radio station. There's one that just does country music called like Country Radio.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
Oh, it's terrible.
It sounds like my worst nightmare, to be honest.
No, it's really funny, genuinely.
I hate that.
Why? Country music is what Ed Sheeran stemmed from, Will.
No, it isn't.
May have been. You don't know that.
Anyway, so I feel like all the songs kind of had like the same vibe. It was, everything was very simple, which I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but like, all the guitars kind of sounded the same. There was always like you always to expect a guitar solo that sounded exactly like the other guitar solos. I
wouldn't agree with that. I think they're all quite different in their own way.
No, I disagree.
No, I would. I'd
say they were the biggest thing that differentiated themselves from other songs. To be honest, Like, was this the leading solo line?
You say that, but when a guitar solo came in, I went, oh, there we go, a minute of this, and then okay, back into the song.
I feel like that's just your mentality, though. I don't feel like that's...
Maybe. You may be right there. My third favourite song was... Fucking hell, I haven't got my notes up. Have a Drink on Me. There you go.
Okay.
Just an upbeat song. Really liked the guitar riff in that song, in particular.
I'm glad.
Oh, second favourite was You Shook Me All Night Long.
Nice.
Fucking best chorus. And then I just feel like the first has to be Back in Black. Like, it's just the one that gets you going. It's the one that's like the most unique out of them. And it was the first long I ever learnt on guitar.
The first long?
Or one of the first songs I ever learnt on
told you
guitar.
about douchebags and acoustic guitars.
Yeah.
Douchebags.
It's me. And that guy at the campfire. I'm just going to get my guitar out, guys.
No, don't put it away. No, guys, come on.
You do that on Discord to us and make it painful every time.
I literally was that guy at one point. Remember your birthday, Will?
You still are that guy.
You still are that guy, Joe.
Yeah, you still are that guy.
No, I'm not.
You do it even worse. You do it on here so that we can't hear anything.
Samples of stuff you've played before.
That's smart.
So yeah, in theory, you know, it wasn't a bad album. It just didn't gel with my vibe, you know. That's it.
Nice.
Didn't gel with his vibes.
Didn't gel with my vibe.
Gel with his vibes.
Ratings.
6.
4.
7.5.
4.5.
Well, you had like nothing good to say about this album. Why did you rate it a 7.5?
I didn't say any bad things. I said all good things, actually.
I'd argue you didn't really say anything good.
So you just kind of said facts.
You were just like, this is meh. I've heard it a lot. It's still meh. I don't know if it holds up. 7.5.
No, I said there's no bad songs.
I said there was no bad songs.
Every song that had a good thing about it. I don't think there's ever a worst. Like, it was really hard to pick a worst because I didn't think any of them were bad.
Hey guys, did you know that Batista made an appearance at No Way Out and told the crowd that once his arm had healed, he would return to regain the World Heavyweight Championship?
Fuck's sake, Aidan. For context, before we started recording, Aidan was just going on about Dave Bautista for really no reason.
He collects lunchboxes. That's so cool.
Oh, God, he had a feud with Mark Henry. Who is Mark Henry?
Right, that's so
Fuck
cool.
me,
Are you
he's
fucking
a thick boy.
What do you mean that's so cool? That he collects lunchboxes?
Yeah.
How is
Like
that cool?
vintage ones.
Like
Why is
vintage
that,
ones.
Why is that not cool, Will?
I feel like it's just fucking...
I'll find it again.
Go on, Will.
Tell us why it's not cool.
It's just sad.
What?
Yeah, but some people would say collecting Legos sad.
Yeah, Will.
Some people would say that I'm sad.
He's an avid collector of metal lunchboxes.
Happy
and
Valentine's Day.
His favourite is his 1967 Green Hornet lunchbox with Bruce Lee on it.
I feel like I have a deja vu right now.
Batista supported Bernie Sanders in the 2020 Democratic Party. Oh my God, he endorsed Joe Biden as well. He's a hero.
Did he sign a thing that said he wouldn't sign on for another Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah. And he appeared in advertisement, apparently, for the presidential campaign. I want to see that. What the fuck? I'm Dave Bautista, and I'll come to your fucking house if you don't vote him. Vote Joe Biden.
I'll vote for you.
I'll vote for you.
I don't care about no COVID. COVID don't see me.
COVID can't kill me. I'll kill COVID.
I will consume the COVID and kill it.
Here, cough on my bread.
But I could take it. I've got it once before. I can take it again. Oh, God.
Dave Bautista.
Joe, why don't you grace us with your next pick?
Oh shit, it's my fucking pick.
Oh, guess who wasn't prepared,
No,
boys?
he wasn't
Here we
prepared.
go.
Oh, you don't
Was he
take
not
this
preparer?
seriously.
Is he
Come
not
on.
preparer?
I didn't
Davis
prepare.
Michael Batista Jr., born on January 18th,
Wait,
1969.
You didn't say what it's got, Denver, the score.
Oh, sorry, 22.
22.
I don't know about you.
Oh, fuck, I was thinking that.
Fuck.
Which, you always like a comparison, so that got the same as Beaver Doobie Fake It Flowers.
That was a weird album.
And... let's have a look for another 22. I don't know about you. And Young Guns, Bones. I forgot we even did that.
That was
a throwaway, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was.
There's like one good
And
song on it.
Ian Dior, Nothing's Ever Good Enough.
That was what I picked for the less than... Oh, the nobody knows.
Artists we'd never heard of, yeah.
Okay. Next album. Right. You're not going to be happy with me.
Oh, just fucking die, Joe. Just fucking pick some... Oh, fuck's sake.
But...
We just had ACDC for a week, Joe.
There's a but.
Come on.
There's a but.
What do you mean? You rated it 7.5, Will.
Yeah, but like it's an album I've listened to a million times.
It's a great album.
So I feel like Will's rated it out of, this is a good album, but I'm just fed up of hearing it.
Yeah. Literally.
Right. So this next album is the last metal band I would like to show you.
Ever.
And this, not ever, but this is like, I've pretty much done my, like, everything that I listen to that you guys don't. And this is the last
You've fired
one.
everything at the wall.
Yeah, this is it. This is
and
my last chance.
And none of the shit stuck. Let's just say
issues.
That. Oh, you're right.
He peaked instantly
Instantly.
with his first pick.
His first shot hit, and the next like fucking 70 completely missed.
I know.
There was a couple of good ones in there.
This is actually an album that I've not listened to, and I've heard a few songs on it before.
Right.
That I really like. And it is North Lane, Alien. And it's not the deluxe version, the normal one.
Oh, it's all one word, North Lane.
Yeah, it is.
Alien, but not the deluxe one.
I'm trying to figure out what the album cover is. Is it just a...
It's a vagina.
It's like, when you put some paint on a canvas and then you just spin it.
Maybe. But then
I really
like weird...
the... if you go down, you can see the Discoveries album. I really like that album art. I think that was cool.
I don't see that.
Oh my god, Joe. Fuck my
Have
life.
you listened to one song?
Fuck my life.
What?
Just go about 13 seconds in on the first song.
It sounds like a fucking COD Zombies trailer.
Oh, maybe I'll quite like it, actually, because of that. Because, like, the COD Zombies music was never my taste, but I used to always like them.
No, it's not like that. Oh my fucking
I'm
god,
talking
Joe.
the first, like, 12
Jesus fucking Christ, what is this?
So is this metalcore? Yeah.
This is metal.
Yeah.
You may as well just put cancer.
Any closing thoughts there, Joe?
Yeah, I've got one for you.
Go on.
One source of controversy was the book mentioning of Chris Benoit, a wrestler who famously killed his wife and strangled his son in a murder-suicide, who was almost completely removed from the book. Batista responded, "I love that guy. I despise what he did, but that don't erase him from my life. I fought to keep him there, and I'm glad they did it.